Da, 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 da. Another live. Let's create a room. I don't need to create a room. I just want to invite Michele. Oh, get out of here. It's really giving me a whole prompt right now. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, Michele. I'm going to invite you right now. If I can figure out how to do it again. All right. Invite. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now, Brittany? Can you hear me now, Brittany? If anybody can hear me, except for Brittany, let me know. Hey, Michele, send me an invite. It'll be on the bottom, request to join, because it's not letting me send an invite to you. Okay, cool. I was worried people couldn't hear me. Okay, awesome, Michele. All right. Yeah, it's not letting me invite Michele. It has it listed. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Brittany. I'm glad. I was worried. I'm like, okay, now my phone's broken right when I want to do a live. It's okay, Brittany. Lord knows technology is not great when we're trying to do any of this stuff. All right, Michele, if you see on the bottom, there's going to be buttons. It looks like a little camera with a plus sign. Go ahead, hit that, and you'll have, I think, the ability to request to join. Oh, you're on your, I don't know if you can do it on your computer. I think you have to be on your phone. That's one thing I don't like about Instagram is I would love to do more stuff like from my desktop, but I have no idea how to do lives. I don't think you are able to do lives on your desktop with Instagram. I think you can just look at stuff and comment. Maybe follow people. It's all good, Michele. I'll just talk for a while. It's me, Brittany, Chris. We're just hanging out, so whenever you're able to join. It's just to make things more crazy for everybody, right? It's all good. So Chris, Brittany, how are things? How's life? I'll just trim all this on the replay. Yay, thanks, Brittany. I'm also excited to talk to Michele. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. Michelle's good people. Excited to go live. Yeah. Fall Guys is kind of an addictive game. All the new outfits and stuff. It's kind of hard to not be addicted. I'm glad you guys were able to come. I'm glad you were able to make it, Chris. I know you were busy with work today. So I appreciate you. I also wish that I have a green screen, and I also wish that on Instagram would be able to let me do a background. So if anyone knows that there's a way to do that, let me know. All I see is filters, which I could use a filter, I guess, technically, but oh, there we go. I think Michelle's doing it. Now, why is it grayed out? It says accept, and it won't let me accept it. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. Okay, Michele, now it's letting me invite you. Let me see. Go live. Did I do it? Yay! It's a miracle!
I didn't know you couldn't do it on the computer. That kind of stinks.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I was trying to I think you can watch lives, but I don't think you can participate in lives on your desktop.
Gotcha.
Which is a bummer. So, anyway, thank you everyone for coming. Just really quickly, my name is Patricia Dunn. I'm the founder of Crafter. I connect people that are looking for cool, awesome, amazing original artwork with fantastic artists like Michele here. So Michele, if you don't mind introducing yourself and what you do, where you're from, that kind of thing.
So I am Michelle. I do pointed pen calligraphy, but I also do calligraphy for cards and windows and mirrors and you name it, and I can probably calligraphy on it.
Awesome. 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 So I did have some questions because I was, every time before I do a live, I kind of like check around on people and see like their background. Oh, and you're local here in Florida,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Orlando area.
Yes. Yes. And that's actually how we met. I want to talk about that first. So it was funny. I actually ran into Michelle at a wedding, Stephen and Matt's wedding, and we were at the same wedding table. And my husband Brandon kept elbowing me because you were talking about how you do calligraphy, and he's like, "Tell her about your business. Tell her about your business." And I was like, "It's a wedding. I don't want to talk about what, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be like, oh, let me just, but we hit it off and you're cool people. And so gave you my card and you joined and I'm so happy you did. So that was pretty great.
It's so funny. So your husband was elbowing you to tell me about your business, and my husband's elbowing me, going, "Hey, get a calligraphy on her thing." I was like, "Oh my god!" And then your husband whips out the business card, and my husband goes, "Ah, darn it, I don't have her business cards." I'm like, it's so funny.
Yeah, so I thought that was really great.
It was.
And so I'm happy that we were able to sit together at that table. I don't even know, Steven knew it was a good fit, so that made me happy. So I was looking at your profile and you have listed obviously that you're a calligrapher. Now, for people who don't like me, like don't know any better, you said pointed pen calligraphy. Is there different types of calligraphy or is that just the proper way to?
Well, mine is so there's so many. It's like a broad range of different things. You had like when people say calligraphy, they think like back for me, I think back to the Renaissance era, like how they used to write, and there is calligraphy for that with different. I actually brought it with me. So this is the pointed pen.
Okay.
And this is a nib. Nice. So it just depends. Like the nib depends like what type of calligraphy you're doing. Like I do more modern calligraphy. So I could do the pointed pen. So like if I'm trying to like think like how to explain it with the different types. So like I said, like with calligraphy itself, it's like, oh, thank you. It like you think back to the Renaissance period, like with this, and that's called italic. So there's like different fonts of calligraphy. With modern calligraphy, it's more like up to date, but I can also create my own fonts, like if I want to. You'll hear a lot about block lettering, and that's more like if you go on your computer and you're typing in like serif, like that's considered block lettering. Yeah. So that's a form.
So is it like different widths or different types of pens essentially that'll give you a different font, like a font style?
The nibs, yes. So even though I have like multiples of these, so the nibs themselves, like it just depends like on the thickness that you want. So like some are really thin, some are really thick. If I were to use a marker, I can fill in where it needs to be thicker.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. You also had it listed, and I messed this up in my brain because I had it in my head that and maybe you do both, but I had it in my head that you were a makeup artist, but you have it on your profile that you're a licensed esthetician. Am I saying that?
Yes.
I think I said that wrong, but that's for skincare, right?
Yes. So skincare and makeup. That's actually how Stephen and I met because. So Stephen was the stylist over in he was a stylist over at one of the salons that I worked at, and I was one of the estheticians, and so I did the skincare and makeup over there. But yes, I did skincare and makeup artistry and a little bit of custom blend makeup as well. So
see, I thought there was makeup in there because I was looking at your profile and I went, did I miss that? Did I get that wrong? Oh yeah. And Sam's in the comments too. I introduced her to Steven and he gave her a haircut recently because I was like, go to him. He's wonderful. He's fantastic. Steven is a little background for people who don't know. I met him, just went in, got my haircut. He was amazing. Been with him ever since. And he was one of the first people to push me to start Crafter. I actually went to him because I knew he had owned his own business for a while. And I was like, oh, and Brittany too. I forgot Brittany's also got her haircut. Steven, you need to be in here.
I know, my goodness.
All your clients are here. It's small world, right?
Me too.
But yeah, he was.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Brittany's talking about literally if you have wavy hair, there's just people that don't know how to even do that. So, but yeah, so he was one of the first people that was like, I was not pitching to him, but like I was like, hey, do you think this is like a good business idea? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, you should totally do this. Like, this is great. So, hooray for him. So I've always like he supports me, I support him, that sort of thing. So Sam's asking, do you find that the makeup informs? Wait. Do you find that the makeup informs how you do calligraphy, or at least influences? Seems like at least the same muscles. Is it the same muscle? I don't know if it's the same muscles.
You know, it's really funny, like how I came across it. Like I've always loved hand lettering and calligraphy, and it's something that like I always wanted to like it. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, that'd be cool to learn, like whatever. And then the pandemic happened, and yes. It's really funny, like the story, like how I got into it. There was my oldest son. He was in first grade when the pandemic happened, and he was having issues with holding his pen the right way, and like would use his whole arm to write. And so we were working on handwriting, and something popped up on my Facebook that said learn faux calligraphy for free. Like, so, you know, because everybody was getting into a hobby during that time. So I was like, oh, this would be great. Like we can, you know, we can do this together, Jack. Like it'll be fun. And we started doing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. And then I started seeing like other people jump on that are, you know, like, oh, I learned pointed pen from here. I'm like, that's what that is. Oh, I'd love to learn that. And so I bought the courses and that's how I learned. And then it's so funny because people think like you have to have like pretty handwriting to do it, and you really don't. Anybody can do it.
Oh, Steven has joined the live. You just missed us all time. You have like 5 clients in here, Steven. You have me, you have Michelle, you have Brittany, you have Sam. Everyone's here, so we were just talking nice about you. So was it SJ? Is it O'Hare? Oh, now it's O. You changed it because you got married. That's adorable. All right. So anyway, I just was speaking very nicely of you, Stephen. So I'm glad you joined our live. I also wanted to ask you, you have listed that you were an actress, so I need to know more about that part of your life.
I perform. I still do it. I just haven't, I haven't done it recently because I had a baby. So that'll be a while before I get back. But yes, I perform at local theaters. I've done, I've been a scare actor. I've done a murder mystery, dinner theater for a while.
Yeah. Now Sam has some theater background too. I'm not sure if she's still on, but when I interviewed her, she has some theater background also. So that's awesome. So I was in not so much acting theater wise, but I performed in the orchestra. So I play violin. So growing up, I was always in the orchestra playing for the musicals and things like that. And that was always, I miss that, honestly. That was a fun thing. Oh yeah, and Chris too. My friend Chris is in the live, and he also has a theater background. So that's so just
awesome.
Fun to,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun to. He says I have two degrees in theater. So that's why I love you, Chris.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So that's fun. So did you do the scream, the scare acting in Halloween Horror Nights?
No.
Or where?
I wish. It was at a petrified forest out there in Altamont. Yes.
I haven't even heard of that. What? So is that like a Halloween event too, or is it completely unrelated?
All during October, and it is. I haven't done it in a while, but yes, I was out there all of October. It's outdoors. Everything's outdoors. So FYI, if you go and it's raining, you're gonna get wet. So, and it's happened. We went home.
So are you like all in makeup and costume, and then you're outside and it's raining?
It's pouring rain, and then I went home and took a hot shower that night. It was like, it was horrible. It was horrible, but so much fun because I was in like the psych ward, so I was like a psycho person.
Oh my gosh. So Brittany and Jarrett are both very very hardcore horror fans. They love it. Maybe not as much Brittany as Jarrett. I love you, Brittany. So Movies to Die For. He has his home. He does horror movie reviews, and so he said he's been a couple times, and it's a really cool experience. I love, Brittany, that you want to bring me. I'm not going unless I'm scaring somebody else. I'm not going.
Have you gone to Halloween Horror Nights?
Never. I've had so many friends say I have to go, but I know why they're trying to get me to go. They're trying to get me to go because I'm the one that will be terrified of everything, and they will laugh at me.
We should go. No!
Yes!
It'll be so much fun!
No!
Yes!
You don't even know. I would be a mess, a hot mess.
I'm terrified of clowns. Terrified.
Oh my God. One of my best friends, Christina, is terrified of clowns. Not having it. And they always have them.
Yes. So we both could be scared together. It'll be fun.
You can go with her. I'll just hook you guys up. You guys can go. No, I'm a huge wuss. I love when if I scare somebody else, hilarious.
It is.
That's a good time. Someone scaring me, I won't breathe. That's it. That's it. Oh my God. See, yeah, even Steven knows. I do scare so easy. I know that about myself. So you did makeup. Was that the same time that you were doing the skincare? Was that all related, or is that separate?
I mean, I have loved makeup since I was like 3, and I actually have one of my kids that follows in my footsteps. So it's like she loves makeup. And
my daughter's 3, and the same deal. She's like, Mom, I want to put on makeup, and I'm like, you don't, baby, you don't need it. So then I'll give her like a brush, and she just puts it on, or I'll give her like chapstick. She's like, this is amazing. And I'm like,
it's definitely an art. Like, it really is. And like looking back at like how I started, I'm like, oh my God. Like, now looking like I learned to blend, and I learned, contouring and highlighting and everything like that. So yeah.
So with your calligraphy, I know you said that there's like different fonts and different styles. You said you leaned towards modern style, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a favorite, is that your favorite, like, I guess style? I don't know how to font. Like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to ask you that. Like, is there a favorite?
Go ahead.
Is just a favorite way to write that you're like, oh, I really wish I could do more of this kind of thing?
Like, I definitely want to learn different fonts, like the italic font, or even like different types of block lettering. Like, I know about the serif, but there's another, like, there's so many different ones. There's
so many. Yeah.
A favorite medium.
There's
sorry, I was looking at the questions at the bottom.
Yeah, so like a favorite, or she's saying a medium or a canvas. That's a good question too, because on Crafter you're doing custom calligraphy, which was interesting because I always assumed calligraphy was limited to just writing onto something, but you actually have software that you can write and then print it out with, remind me, I'm so sorry, again, how you print it out.
That's okay. So it's kind of like the Cricut, like the paper, the cutter. It's called the Silhouette Cameo. And so my husband bought I think it was our wedding anniversary, because I've been getting like so into it. He bought me a not a sketch pad, a tablet with different points for the pen, and I can write it onto the tablet and it goes onto the computer. And then from the computer, like if I want to create my own font that way, I can put it into the Silhouette Cameo stuff and then print it out that way.
Fun.
Yes.
That's very fun. See, I didn't realize you could even still use the same kind of like pens.
Well, not
Are they
mine.
Similar?
Like it came with its own pens, like, but with different tips.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Steve's saying that recently he saw on TikTok a shimmery ink, which was really amazing. I bet that's beautiful.
What kind of?
I bet that
was it like. Who did it? I want to know who did it, because if it's
Steve, we need to have questions.
Did they write magic? Did they write magic with silver? Because if it was, I think that was a what do you call it? A filter. That's what it was.
Oh no, you think it was fakery.
Fakery.
Trickery.
Maybe. I don't know. It just depends. I could be wrong. It might not be the same thing, but that's okay.
Steven, that's like when people show you they want a certain color hair and it's really a filter. And you're like, I can't do that. That's not an actual hair color I can do. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, so you can do the Cricut, or you called it something else.
Yeah, so it's like
Remind me.
it's just a different company. It's Silhouette Cameo.
Silhouette Cameo.
Yes.
And so you do that, and you can essentially put the writing on anything, right?
I mean, it's better to print it on paper. Like if I were to, so for me, like I can write directly onto, like, let's say like I was doing like a seating chart for a wedding. I could write onto glass. I could write onto a mirror. I could write onto a chalkboard if I wanted to, a window. The other one too is you'll see like agate. So it's like, if you go like on Amazon, type in agate, a lot of people are using those for like their seating charts, not seating charts, but like their seating cards. So they'll write on there, and I can actually do that too. For like the place cards. So like on agate, I write like on like blank notebooks. So like on the front of it, I'll write like a saying. Another one.
So if you're a really organized person and you want like a cute notebook.
Yeah, and then you could like, you customize it to somebody. So like for instance, like there was like for my kid's teacher, or like one of my favorite like lines from like the Bible is like, be still. Like just to remember to be still and just like take it in for a moment, to remember just like to stop and like look around and see like what's going on. So like I wrote that like on one of the books, like be still, like during one of their Christmas breaks, just like something for journaling. Yes,
have a moment.
Yeah.
Steve has given me the business in the comments where he goes, well, first he says, I can't remember the ink itself was colored, but totally could have been a filter. It was on TikTok. He goes, and Patsy and I had that conversation about the hair, because I showed him like a million pictures of like a red color I wanted in my hair, and he's like, that's not real. And I'm like, but it's cute.
I know. He does it to me too. I think we've all done it.
It's all good.
We've all done it.
We don't all do hair, Steven.
I know, for sure.
It's all good.
There was something I was going to say too, and I forgot what it was. Oh, about the ink. If you find out what the ink is and if it really is the ink, please let me know, because then I would get it.
That sounds amazing either way. Yeah, I've seen, obviously there's like, I think one of the posts, I shared the profile with you, and I'll have to tag them once I remember what their profile name is, because I can't remember right now. But there's a profile where this girl does calligraphy, and she'll just record herself writing. And she did it in like gold ink, and I shared it, and it like got a ton of views just because people it's so relaxing just to watch people write. And so yeah, it's beautiful. So that's pretty fun, and it's just something that's so flexible, because like you said, you can do your cards, you can do things for weddings, invitations, you can do your notebooks, you can do, now I have seen people do calligraphy on like signs. Is that something that you could do? Or because beautiful like signs for events, whether it's like a baby shower or whatever it is, you know what I mean, like whatever's happening.
Absolutely.
There's so many things that you can use it for, so that's pretty cool.
Storefront windows is another one.
What now?
Besides storefront windows is another one, so like cafes or a bookstore.
Yes.
That.
Awesome. Yeah, any business really would be really cool to have that. One thing that you had on your profile that made me smile was you call yourself an entrepreneur-crafter.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's perfect. It's like, I do all the things.
Yes, because it's like, it's so funny. Like before I did calligraphy, I was doing knitting, and then, it's just like, I'm always doing something like, I guess, crafty, and like, I don't want to just limit it to like just calligraphy, because it's like, it's such a broad, like I said, it's such a broad spectrum.
Right.
So much. So
that's awesome. So when you tell your like your family and friends what you do, is it hard to like explain to them?
A little bit.
Is it hard to, or do they know? Do they know now?
A little bit. No, like they're like, oh, like I have like friends that ask me, they're like, or they just say like, I can never do that. Like, that's so beautiful, I can never do it. I'm like, you can. Like, I
feel like that's a common theme with any kind of artist or creator. It's like people are like, "Oh, you're so lucky that you're just talented."
Yeah,
and it's like
people are like, "But your handwriting is so beautiful anyway." Like, of course, it's gonna look. I'm like, yes, I know. It's not a lie. Like, my handwriting really is good, because I was such a perfectionist as a child, and like, if it wasn't perfect, I would erase it or start over. So like, it's really bad. It's really bad. So it's like, and like when they say that, I'm like, no, you guys can actually do it too, because you just sit there, and it's all about like different it's really like drawing. I guess that's how I should explain it. It's drawing the letters.
And that's the thing. You can't really compare calligraphy to handwriting.
No.
Like, unless you are super bougie and you're always writing like, hello, like your grocery list is like immaculate. Like, I doubt you can really say those are the same things. People are funny. One other thing that we share in common, which I didn't realize, is that you went to school for was it interpreting for sign language, American Sign Language?
I didn't finish,
which is awesome.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but that was fun to learn because for everybody that doesn't know, our family is learning sign language as well. So I recently had a post that I put up, and I actually had my friends in the deaf community. I'm like, can you make sure I'm signing this accurately because I'm a little bit worried that it's wrong.
It was great. It was really great. So
I appreciate that. My daughter's 3, and we started when she was about 6 months old. She has hearing loss in her left ear.
Okay.
So we're not really sure which way it's going to go because they said it's not a genetic thing. But because we're just not sure, I'm like, I don't want to risk it that if she does lose more of her hearing as an adult, I still want her to be part of the deaf community and have that access to language and all that stuff. So we just decided to go all in and learn. So when I found out that you knew, we'll have to sign to each other, practice a little bit.
Absolutely.
One day would be amazing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I am trying to see if I can find more artists in the deaf community that would join Crafter, because I do feel like in any culture, there's a lot of people that are not part of the culture, but they'll still make things from it and try to profit from it. And it's frustrating because I'm kind of going off kilter for a second, but as a parent that's trying to learn, and you go online, and once you do start to learn, now don't get me wrong, there's different signs, and different signs in different areas. So like you can't always say, well, that sign's wrong, because that's not true. There's dialects just like in English. And so it's frustrating though when you see like the alphabet and it's not the alphabet, and someone's selling it to people and being like, buy this artwork from me, and it has sign language on it, and you're looking at it like, yikes. You know what I mean? Like, that's not great. So, that's a goal that I have, is to have people that want to sell work from their culture to support them, because they're in the culture that they're, that they're making it from.
Yes.
That's a goal I have for Crafter for sure. So I appreciate you on that post. You were helping me tag some people. So hopefully I can meet some locals. There are a lot of deaf chats around. So if you ever want to try to meet up and go to one of those, we should do that.
The baby started signing. I mean, so I have 4 children, and all of them were signing before they spoke. And my youngest, who is 13 months, so all the kids were like 6 months when they started signing, except for him, except for the 13-month-old. Okay. He started nodding. Okay. He nodded his head very early. Like, I would ask him, and he'd go, yes. He would just shake his head. I'm like, okay, like milk. Like, you want milk? And he's like, sign it. Yeah. Now he signs everything. He goes, I'm done. I'm done. And walks off. I'm like, okay, you're done.
Jeez. Yeah. It's funny. We have a deaf mentor through Florida School of Deaf and Blind. They have a parent mentor program, and it was funny because we were just recently switched to a different mentor. And so we meet with her once a week. She was trying so hard to get Emma to sign to her, and Emma was just not interested. She was understanding what she was saying, but she was just hanging out. She wouldn't sign back. So finally I was like, well, we have these sign language books. Let me show her these books. So she starts pointing the books, and she starts signing to the mentor like crazy. And she's like, there it is. So she wanted to read the book to the teacher. She didn't like the teacher reading to her because she's a little Miss Independent. So it just cracked me up, because she's finally like, here they are. Here are the signs. I'm like, I told you I knew she could do it. She needed to do it herself on her own terms.
And don't be surprised if she creates her own signs too at home.
I have heard that. I haven't run into that yet. But yeah, and I'm waiting for the kids to start signing when I yell, because I've when you yell at your kids or whatever, I'm just waiting for them behind my back to start signing. I'm waiting for that, for the sass.
Oh,
That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so is there anything else that you can think of that you want to share about yourself, about your calligraphies, maybe a topic that I forgot or anything like that? Anything else you want to share?
I don't know. Not that I can think. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, yeah.
Kind of think, if you have, what's your favorite color?
Oh my gosh. Green.
My favorite color is green.
Mine is
like, oh,
when you said green screen earlier, I was like, ooh, it'd be really funny if she wore a green dress, because then it would just be a head.
I did once. I did it. I had a background and I disappeared in it. And luckily it was a green. Oh my gosh. Listen, I put on a green like sweater, like over a shirt. And I turned on the Zoom call, and you know how before you join, it shows you. And I was like, oh my God. It looks like I have nothing on. So I had to take it off.
Oh.
And it looked like a floating head. Like, what's up? I'm here.
Oh my gosh. I want to get a green sheet just for that.
Oh my God. Yes. And you just wrap it around yourself. I know this is thrift right now, but I made my own stand and just bought the sheet.
Oh, that's
like I have a PVC pipes like put together stand
for
my green screen. Because they're expensive.
They are.
Maybe when, Crafter like takes off through the roof, I'll be like, I can buy my own.
Use that one. Like, it works. So it's like, yeah.
Yes. This will be my memorabilia from when I started.
Yes. You would not believe how many, because the makeup artists or calligraphers I follow, they all started that way with the green sheet that they made themselves. And,
yes.
And now they're
what you got to do.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, they have these little like foldy ones you buy off of Amazon and stuff like that, and they like open up. But I'm like, I don't need all that. I just need green. You know what I mean? I wish Instagram would let me do a background though, so you don't have to see that.
I know.
It's all good.
Did you?
Anyway, I asked you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you want to see an example of one of the calligraphy things I did?
Yes, please. Yes, that's what we forgot. I feel like we're forgetting something.
So this is from Valentine's Day, but I'm going to start working on the Easter cards and Mother's Day cards.
Okay.
So
yes,
I tell them, I'm like, I can customize it. Like, so if there's like a quote, don't mind my cat. I don't know if you can hear him meowing.
They just want to be included.
I was worried about the kids, and it's him. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, so Mother's Day is coming up. So if there's a special quote that you like there that your mother says all the time or mother-in-law says all the time, and you want to embrace that and put that on a card, I could definitely do that. And then you choose the color, and I also customize the ink colors. So I create my own inks, which is a lot of fun.
That's why I was asking, because I was like, do you have a favorite color that you like to write in?
My favorite color to write in is pink. A really hot, it's actually on here. So this is the Valentine.
Oh, there you go. So the heart.
Yeah, the heart.
Yeah.
So it's backwards, but.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Well,
that was the Valentine's one. And then it's also on this one. Hold on one second. So the Be Mine. So I did this with all the pointed pen.
Yeah.
Even the designs are done with the pointed pen as well.
Right. So, beautiful.
Thank you. But yeah, so that's, something I also do too. So customize cards, or if you have a thank you card. And, nothing's off the table when it comes to what you want on it.
Right. Yeah. That's the best thing, is you can have whatever message. And nowadays you don't really see a whole lot of people sending, well, maybe now because of COVID, but before it was cards were rough. A lot of times people weren't really sending cards anymore. So now when you get a letter in the mail, it's like, oh, this is nice.
Yes.
For sending this to me. I appreciate that.
Oh, right.
So,
oh my goodness.
Well, I really appreciate you doing a live with me, Michele.
Well, I appreciate you doing a live with me, on me. I don't know what to say. For me too. It was a lot of fun.
It is fun, and anytime you want to do this again, I'm happy to do another one. I love doing these because I can learn more about you and what you do, and you can show me what you're working on and all the fun stuff. So anytime at all. Yes. So does anyone in the chat want to say anything else to Michele before we wrap it up? Any questions? Just love from Steven. Of course. We love you too, Steven.
I get to see
I need to get my hair done. He had my hair really short, and now it's this awkward length.
Listen. There's a reason I'm cutting this part of my head off, because I haven't gone to get it
You haven't
done.
dyed it, so you're just like, hey.
Oh my gosh. Let me, I, when you got a baby at home, it's a little difficult, but.
Yes. Listen, see, I didn't dye my hair at all when I was either pregnant or breastfeeding both my kids. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then my hair was like not even dyed at all. So I went and I'm like, fix it.
Yes. No.
Don't judge, Steven. This is a safe place.
He's like, oh, I see it. Well, you know what? I'm going to lower the camera a little bit more.
This is a safe zone, Steven. Brittany's asking, yeah, if you have a favorite kind of calligraphy to write on things. What do you mean, Brittany? Do you know what she means?
Ooh.
Oh, like what you like to write on?
Mirrors.
Mirrors?
Mirrors are fun.
Good answer.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like what else. Oh, ornaments. Christmas ornaments, like the acrylic ornaments. Those are fun.
That sounds beautiful.
Yes.
That's a really good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are fun to do too, because like, I mean, my favorite saying is bite me. So it's like, you'll see me like, if I ever like write, like eventually I'll do videos of me writing, but like, that'll probably be like my go-to is bite me, or, you know, I love it.
I love that. It's sassy.
It is like, I use it a lot.
Yeah. Now we need to send Steven an ornament that says bite me. Next commission.
Oh, he'll be talking to me come December. You could talk to me now. Get it done.
Yeah, order it on Crafter. That's what I'm here for.
That's my fancy writing. Yes.
Yes. That's the best kind, when you write something so beautifully and it's super sass.
Yeah. My daughter is like that. The one that likes makeup.
Yes. Well, you told me about this at the wedding, at Steven's wedding. You told me.
I'm like, anytime she's maybe when she speaks and gives me her one-liners, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna put that on an ornament. Yep.
So Matt or Steven, your job, because he said he buys Matt one every Christmas. Ooh. You need to think of something sassy, and I know you won't let us down. Something sassy to put on an ornament, so you can order it.
Yes.
You won't let us down, and I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited for it too. There was stockings are fun to do too.
Oh yeah. Now with that, not to be, I'm being extra right now. So in the top of this, it's like a fuzzy material though. So you just have to make sure you use something other than.
So I could use like those glue pens, like those shimmery glue.
Yes.
Yeah, I could use those.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I was trying to see that. I'm like,
I sketch everything out first too, like on paper, like before I even like go and put it. Like if it's like something like really fancy like that, I'll sketch it, and then.
Okay.
Yeah, that way. But yeah, it's usually like those. They're like the glue glittery pens.
Like
it has to be it has to be a specific type, like fabric mark. I have so many pens. Like.
I imagine. That sounds like my mom. I don't even know if my mom's watching, but if you are, Mom, I love you. You have a lot of craft pens.
Yes, I have like for mirrors, like there's the oil-based pens. For acrylic, like you can have acrylic pens or a brush pen. Like these are. Ouch. It was so funny because like I started with brush pens, and that's how I originally started. Like here's one.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they got more. Let me see. I might have a better one. I have so many.
And Brittany's asking if you would be able to commission ornaments. Yeah, I think she can.
Yes.
Yeah, she said yes. So if you have a sassy quote you want to send Michele, we're here for you.
Absolutely. And then I design it. I always like design them out first, and then you let me know if you like that design or if you want like. If you're looking for something different. So
Brittany said sold. Who knew we'd be making sales on this?
It's so funny because like where I get the ornaments from, they also have for your animals, this is so funny. They have like dog bones. Like they have like the ornaments shaped like dog bones. And you like I could like put like the dog's name or a cat's name. Like they got cat ones too. It's super cute. They're super
That is cute. And who doesn't love their pet? I get ornaments for my animals every once in a while.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna
it's
make our
pretty cute.
cats one too. Yeah. I'm trying to think like what
Yeah.
else are like Easter baskets, or like you said, like.
Oh yeah, because we have Mother's Day's coming up really soon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't ordered something for your mom,
Mom,
hello.
godmom, grandma, grandpa.
Yes, any mom in your life. It could be your friend, it could be your
Yeah.
mom, it could be your grandma. I mean, any mom, really. Support moms. We need it. We need the love. So that's coming up, and then Easter's even closer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Easter, you could definitely do a sweet Easter card in calligraphy. You could definitely do a cute Easter sign, Easter bunny's coming, Easter egg
Mm-hmm.
hunt, that sort of
Absolutely.
thing. What else is adorable?
There's canvas bags that you could, like, if you have like a bag like you want to carry, I can.
That's a good too. I think I might need Bite Me on a canvas bag.
I can do it. I can do it.
You need a whole line.
Don't talk to me.
Steven's saying write it on eggs, Easter eggs.
That would be fun too. Like, oh, I would do that like for like a what's it called? An Easter egg hunt. Like right there.
Yeah.
Or something cute on there.
Yeah, you could take any really decoration or anything and write something cute on it. That'd be awesome. I love that chat is helping me think of ideas. Thank you, chat.
Like I things like canvas bags. I did little goodie bags for one of the class parties, and I did on their bags that it was Halloween is what it was, and because of COVID they wanted to do like a trick-or-treat type thing, so I got like a list of all the kids there, and then I did it on all the bags there, like on all the paper bags.
Yeah, I saw you also had the pumpkins that said fall on them, all cute. Those are really
little pumpkins. Like, yeah, because everybody does like boo, and it's like, okay, that's good for October, but what about like September, October, November?
The whole rest.
So that was
the whole rest of the season.
Yes, like that was like me practicing and just like having fun, and I actually gifted it to the teachers and like at the school. So
yeah. No, that's sweet.
Bookmarks are another one I like to do.
Oh yeah, bookmarks. Follow our See, I'm not. Don't come for me. I'm not a big reader, and I have a lot of readers in my life. I know.
It's okay.
I know.
It's okay.
I know. I'd like to say I am. I have like a handful of books that I could be like, that was a good book. The end. Like, yeah. A lot of friends though I have that have gotten super into books. You could even do, well, maybe not. Maybe yes. You know how if you do like book covers, you were talking about notebooks earlier. So I guess if you had, any kind of book cover you could technically do.
So like if it's like like the notebooks I have, and they're like across the way from me, but the notebooks I have, like they're just blank, and I just write straight on there.
Brittany's calling me out. She goes, "You don't even read when you play video games, Patsy."
That's funny.
Why you gotta call me out? Yeah, I skip and I figure it out later.
Like we do, like I think that's like our thing as moms though. Like we because like we're just like okay. Like, and then you go back, because like I actually did that one time. I skipped reading stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how this works. And then like I get on there, I'm like, oh, maybe if I didn't skip that paragraph, okay, I'll fix it.
It's like when you read the ingredients or like the instructions on how to make something, and you throw it in the trash can, and then 2 seconds later you're like, I forget what I even read, and then you get it out of the trash can, and you look at it, and you're like, now I'm good, and you put it in the trash can, and you're like, but I'm not though, and then you go back and you get it out of the trash can.
Every time, macaroni and cheese, every single time. Every time. Yeah.
See, this is dangerous when people. You're not. I joke with people and I say pregnancy brain turns into mom brain, and it's the same. It doesn't go away.
You see me like trying to like form words like on this, like on this interview right now, and it's mom brain. It's with the fourth one. Yeah, it's mom brain.
Yeah, well, you win. You have 4 kids. I only have 2 kids. So
listen,
you win on the mom brain for sure.
Whether you've had 1 or you have 10, it doesn't matter. They're all work, so it doesn't matter. Like everyone's like, "Oh, I just have 1." No, you have 1. Like you have a child. Like that's hard work. It doesn't matter.
Yes,
you have, it's hard.
Yes. It's funny. I joke with people, and I'm like, oh, so my kids have lived another day. New high score.
Yes. Yes.
I've kept little people alive for X amount of years.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
I think my husband and I high-fived each other when our first one like hit a year. We're like, yes, made it a year.
I couldn't even keep a plant alive, but I can do a person. I do not have a green thumb at all. Cactuses are my friend. I can keep those alive.
I got gifted a succulent, I think in December.
Yep. How's it doing?
I don't remember last time I watered it.
You're like, I don't know where it is.
No, you did. It's sitting on my windowsill, like up by my sink. But maybe I'll do calligraphy on its little pot that it's sitting.
You'll say water me.
Water me.
There we go. If you want to order a water me pot, a little pot.
Yes. Water me, feed me.
I want to live. SOS messages from your plant.
So you can just rip them off as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Anything else for us? Any other funny things you want to talk about? Because I'll just keep going. So.
Me too. I know. I'm trying to.
Yeah, Brittany. There's definitely two kinds of people: people who love reading and me.
I love reading though. Like I love reading like Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Harry Potter.
I am surrounded by people who are all in on Harry Potter fandom, and I know Harry Potter. I like it, but I'm not like, I haven't even read all the books. I haven't seen all the movies. I know. Yeah. I'm that person.
No.
I know. It wasn't my fandom. I had other fandoms that I was like, oh, that's my, Yeah, I know. Brittany loves Harry Potter too, and who was it? It was either her, I think it was my friend Christina that yelled at me and was like, well, what house are you in? And I'm like, am I supposed to know that? And she was like, we're going to take the test right now. And then I took the test. I think it was with Christina and Chris.
Are you a Ravenclaw?
I was at Universal Studios when Harry Potter World opened. And they yelled at me and said, you need to take the Pottermore test or whatever it is. So I'm in Hufflepuff. I was going to say that.
Oh, it was.
Brittany yelled at me too. Yeah, because I think, Brittany, when you yelled at me, it was for her friend had a Harry Potter themed birthday, which was amazing. And Brittany and her sister is like super crafty and made us all Harry Potter shirts. And I was super pregnant at the time. So Brittany, you're going to have to put what it said on my shirt in the chat if you remember, because I can't remember now. But it was some kind of spell, like, but I had a baby on my my belly kind of thing.
Was it expecto patronum?
Yes.
It's like expecto pregnant or something like that. We did
something a lot. It was cute. I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm gonna try. But yeah, so it was something like that. So she made me a shirt.
So
for that party, which was adorable.
Because we started on Harry Potter. So the baby's theme is Harry Potter. We just had a Harry Potter birthday party. For those that are you fellow Potterheads, you're gonna love this. It was the chosen one.
Oh, yeah, cute.
And then for when we were telling people that we were expecting, because he was our surprise, like he was our surprise. Like we were done, and
yeah.
My girlfriend, who actually does shirts as well, she made a shirt for my husband. It says, I solemnly swear I've been up to no good. And then my shirt said, mischief makes at the bottom with 2 little baby footprints.
Oh, that's cute.
And then when we told the kids, we gave them a onesie. And on the onesie, it had the sorting hat. And it said, to be sorted February 2021.
Oh, that's adorable.
And then, of course,
see, that's just cute.
And then, of course, like when we told them like what it was, a boy or a girl, we had the sorting hat, and underneath it was just for the kids, but like underneath the sorting hat was an outfit that said little sister, little brother, and of course it said little brother. But yeah,
very adorable. Yeah, see, Brittany didn't let me down. Expecto patronum was the quote on my shirt.
So cute.
And it was right where my belly was, and it was adorable.
I love it.
Yeah. So fun stuff like that. I had another shirt when I was pregnant with Robert, and it says, we're hoping it's a dinosaur.
I saw that one. I wanted that one too.
Yeah. And it had a velociraptor on the stomach.
Oh my god.
Fun times. You gotta have fun with that
You
stuff
do.
because you're so tired and everything else. So you might as well wear funny t-shirts.
And it's so funny too that I was pregnant when I took my calligraphy courses. I was like, well, I'm sitting here. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Put your swollen feet up and
yep. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh.
All right, Michele. I really appreciate this. And like I said, anytime you want to do a live, I love doing these. I have fun. And thank you everyone that's watched this whole time. I appreciate you. I'll be reposting the replay. And yeah.
Yeah. And I can't wait to hear what Brittany wants to get for her sister Sassy Ornament.
Yes. And Steven too. I'm holding you guys to it.
Yes.
Oh, Brandon's saying at MegaCon, it was funny. I actually had a guy show up and take a picture of my shirt with the Velociraptor on it. He's like, I'm not trying to be creepy, I promise. But my wife's pregnant and I want to get a picture of your shirt.
Awesome.
And I'm like, dude, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Michele. Check out Michele. She's on her Instagram. I'll be tagging it on the comments below. And of course, check out her profile on Crafter. You can order all the things we talked about. Please order some sassy calligraphy. I'm here for it. I really want to see that.
Maybe that's what I'll call it from now on, just sassy calligraphy.
Yeah, just sassy calligraphy.
Yeah.
From our Untitled Crafter, Michele.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
You too.